Hello and welcome to another video. Today we will be talking about the ultimate rare earth list. According to me, obviously. This is not financial advice, this is just my opinion. These are like Western or Western aligned rare earth companies that could benefit from the tremendous need of rare earths. So let's go right into it. The point of this video is due to the article I just read from Reuters, which apparently they are considering something similar to America, where there's like a price floor to promote rare earth production in Western countries, which is fantastic. So I think we should just get right into it. Bear in mind, all of these companies have rallied tremendously this year, other than like 2 companies. So bear in mind, they are a little bit more risky than when we first mentioned them earlier this year in April, May. So let's go right into it. And talking about Energy Fuels, which is one of the rare earth and uranium companies that seem to be having an enormous potential in the future. Bear in mind, it's the only conventional uranium mill in America, one of the largest, if not the largest, uranium processing facilities in the United States. And the fact that they have the only facility in America that can process moisturite for rare earth oxide production, and the fact that they have over 70 million uranium pounds in resource, and the fact that apparently their projects in Brazil and Australia, their rare earth projects, seems to be able, according to the website, going to be producing by 2027, 2028, which is in a short time. If you look at it, we are at the end of 2025. Bear in mind, this company has tremendously rallied though, but I do believe that in the future, if things continue, and due to the fact that rare earths and the magnets are in the need, it's just compounding, it just every year the world needs more and more, and the fact that for America to be able to use their fancy modern technology, especially during conflict, they would be in dire need of rare earth oxides and rare earth in general. So that's Energy Fuels. It has a tremendous resource in like Australia, Madagascar and Brazil. The project would be starting between like 2027 to 2029. So let's go right into the next one. And this piqued my interest. Neo Performance Materials have a partnership with Bosch, which is one of the major European companies, to provide high performance magnets, and apparently they will be producing it from the production facility in Estonia, in Narva, which is, according to what I've just read, it seems to be that they are currently producing, and the company is producing rare earth at the current moment. And the fact that rare earths are useful in EVs, energy transition, AI and server cooling, robotics, defense and so forth, and the fact that it has, according to the website, magnet rare earth oxide have an over 8% annual compounding, in defense 7% CAGR, in industrial automation it's 50% CAGR, and in new energy vehicles the permanent magnets have a 12% CAGR. So this company has a tremendous upside potential in the future based upon current trends. And I bear in mind, I'm not invested in this company, even though I just found out about it a couple of days ago. It hasn't rallied too much in my opinion. So out of this list I've provided, I think this hasn't rallied too much compared to the other ones like Energy Fuels, UCORE, MP Materials, Critical Metals, NioCorp Development and Resouro. Resouro Strategic Metals haven't rallied too much. The reason why it also piqued my interest, Neo Performance Materials, it's because this is a rare earth separation, rare earth metal and alloy and magnet production company. So, and recycling. So basically almost every aspect of rare earth this company is involved in. And bear in mind, like, China is dominating in every single aspect of rare earth production, especially in magnets and metal and alloy. So this company would be like a Western alternative, or one Western alternative. So I really like it, and you know, let's go over to the next one. And I'm talking about a company we have mentioned a couple of times before. It's NioCorp Development. According to the website, they have just had like a $10 million grant from the Pentagon, and it seems to be that they have all the permits in hand and are for construction. Bear in mind, they have not started construction, but the time frame of when they start construction and production would be 36 months, like 2-3 years apparently. And it seems to be that they would 75% of their production of neobium are currently covered by offtake with other companies. And it seems to be that the company has one of the largest neobium resource in America, terbium and dysprosium and NdPr resource in the USA. And those are like critical for the US government for like defense, AI and stuff. And it seems to be that they have also had a $780 million debt financing and $420 million equity financing. So they are pretty well financed for that production. And it seems to be that when they would be starting, they would have a 38-year mine life, after tax net cash flow, gross revenue of $21 billion throughout the mine's life. It would have $400 million of EBITDA annually during the mine's production. It seems very interesting though. Bear in mind, it has rallied tremendously, but I still think that it has upside potential for those that are more risk tolerant. And bear in mind, since it has rallied rallied. It would be wise to have it on the watch list if it has a correction, because it has rallied tremendously. I think this company has gone up 200 or 300% this year, you know, and most of these companies have rallied tremendously, and perhaps Performance Materials have not rallied too much, and they are currently producing, so that's more of the safer bet. But obviously none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion. Let's go. And now we're going to talk about a company we've mentioned before, which is Resouro Strategic Metals. This is one of the largest rare earth deposits on the planet, which is in Brazil. Bear in mind, it's not producing, it has not even started construction at the current moment. So it is very high risk. And it seems to be that they just had their CEO resign. Just bear that in mind. So it is high risk. But it has one of the largest rare earth deposits outside of China. And the fact that they are in Brazil and America, like, you know, America would probably not be too happy if they strayed too far away from the United States. So I don't think Brazil would. I think they were going to be very friendly to America. It has one of the largest titanium and rare earth deposits also, you know, also titanium. This is one of the few rare earth companies that have not rallied too much this year. It has barely moved further away from production than the other ones mentioned in this video, but I think it has some potential. It's one of the largest rare earth resources, and the fact that the company has world-class railroad, ports, power and water infrastructure. So let's go over to the next one. And the last one on this list is UCORE Metals. This company has rallied tremendously this year, so bear in mind it is a little bit more risky than earlier this year, but I personally believe that this company could have tremendous upside potential in the future for long-term investors, perhaps. This is just my opinion, obviously. This company has received $22 million funding from the US government. They also are working together with Metals Corp, which is one of the larger Western rare earth companies that will apparently be producing in Greenland in between 2 to 3 years. And the fact that one of the major drivers for earth magnets are in robots, in EVs, AI and so forth. You know, like, it's very nice to be investing in a sector that's crucial for, like, robotics, you know, because we need to finance Skynet. Anyway, the fact that the reason why it also piqued my interest with UCORE rare metals, is that their technology requires 70% less floor space, and it's up to 3 to 7 times faster throughput. So that means, like, people that utilize their technology would be tremendously more cost efficient than if they were not using it in rare earth. So they have a tremendous moat. They will be processing rare earths, both heavy and light, and they would apparently be producing, or processing rather, 2026 or very early 2027. So this is my list of, like, ultimate rare earth companies of benefit for the Western world. Bear in mind, all of these has tremendously rallied, and if the option, like, if you had to pick one right now, or, like, I should say, if I were more inclined to have to pick one right now, I would, or Performance Materials would be the better option, due to it hasn't rallied that much. It's currently generating cash, it's currently actually producing rare earth, you know, so it doesn't really have to do much, and it is in almost every pie of rare earth supply chain production. Never mind, I just read some news about a company called Niron Magnetics. It's not a public company, by the way, but apparently they would in the future be producing rare or, like, magnets without rare earths. They would apparently be producing in a couple of years, and they have, like, investors such as Samsung, Volvo and Western Digital and the US government. But it seems to be that it wouldn't be too, like, massive production at the beginning, but it would be a little bit disruptive to, like, a couple of the other companies on this list if this company really becomes, like, larger in the future, but wouldn't be, like, an issue apparently before, like, the 2030s. I just thought I would mention this just for anyone who's interested in the other companies, that this is also, like, a competitor that's not using rare earths but creating, like, similar products apparently. So I hope this has been tremendously useful. Like the video and subscribe if you found this useful. And the next video we are going to talk about companies that could benefit from the increased utility or the increased need of data centers for AI and so forth. Hope you've tremendously enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.